Alright, so I'm making two videos for today for Naruto, or is it? Yeah, Naruto for today, along with Deku. Then for tomorrow, Gohan and Naruto. Yeah, alright. You all know the story, you all know the business, we all know what we're doing here. Let's get started. The kaiju proceed to glare. This new creature. It was just currently destroyed earlier for a moment. Zuko knew he destroyed it because, well, quite literally, it burned up. But how on God's earth is it now back? What the fuck? Looking at it right there, right in front of him, it was large. Larger than him. He was at least 70 meters in height. That's one thing. This was a decent 80 meters. A lot larger than him. Zuko proceeded to snarl. Proceeded to do his battle roar as the two would start to fight this plant-like creature. As the two would start to fight, heroes would start to arrive. As the first to arrive was, well, surprisingly, Ingenium, which is shocking. Ingenium proceeded to look over, is looking as, wow, that's more than I thought. Yep. Sun proceeded to land beside. It was surprisingly Death Arms. Look at that. It's gotten bigger than the last time I saw it. It has? You seen this creature before? Not the plant one. The other one. Gojira. It's gotten larger. The two are to combat. As proceeding to be thrown as Gojira proceeded to splash. Water proceeded to rise as they proceeded to watch as, well, jets would fly over, shooting missiles, and attacking the two creatures. Tanks to fire as firing the two creatures, trying to at least do something to stop it. This is interesting. Death simply says it's gotten larger. Currently looks like it's taking care of those vines. Ripping one vine that quite literally tried to bite off its arm. It proceeded to open its mouth as ripping it apart through its jaws, and taking care of another one by tail slapping the other and crushing the other under its weight under the water as they would proceed to watch. The next one that arrived was surprisingly Camry Woods. I made it as fast as I can. What can we do? These monsters, you gotta stop them before they get to the city. Decent way from the city. So we're fine. So what do we do? Well, the order is, as Death Arm simply says, well, let the two fight, and once they weakened, we can contain them both. So we just let them fight and cause damage. Being thrown as Gojira proceeded to smash into a mountainside as the vines wrap around, bringing him forward as being plunged under the water. This is crazy. Well, as then Hawkwood arrives surprisingly, as he simply says, this is what we have to do. They're waiting for Monarch to come here and deal with this problem. Monarch? What's Monarch gonna do? We need more help. Where's G-Force? G-Force is underway. As finally arriving as the Super X would pop in. Finally. Is that the Super X? Yep. The Super X. About time. Firing at the G-Force would start to take command of control. Well, what? I'm trying to figure out what to do. They wrap it up. You wrap it up, huh? Yep. This is when Death Super say. Really, really nice to have Mount Lady right now. I heard she's on her way, as Tenya simply says. Well, not, well, Ida. And Jenny will simply say. That's good. You sure? Yep. Hope she rises fast enough. Do you think she can fight both of them? With her skills, not really, but she can probably contain one of them. So who should she contain? Good question. Not sure. Gojira being grabbed and being pulled in as this larger monster proceeded to try to swallow him whole. As Gojira's actually being trying to be eaten, as his dorsal plate start to glow. As the smaller ones proceed to glow, as the humming sound of something popping out. As immediately trying to do something, as currently it was having a very hard time. What is it trying to do? As it started to fire trying to fire his ray attack. It's trying to fire that ray attack, but it looks like it's being consumed. Yeah, seemingly. As before it can, by long they can completely consume it. Its body would glow brightly, glowing bright blue as boom! Like a large EMP went off. Its radius was like a decent 70 meters, blasting Violante off of him, off of Gojira. Surprisingly, Violante wondered what was that, being confused. As seemingly Gojira proceeded to stumble back. Izuka wondering what was that. Then a memory came back to him. He did that when his touch villain, when he first captured him. He used his energy, he used the radiation around him. He used the radiation and blasted it through every pore of his body. That could be useful for getting things off of him. He proceeded to roar as proceeded to rush back forward to the fight. Okay, what the hell was that? It was some sort of EMP, yes. And Janum simply said, an EMP? You mean like a bomb? More like a nuclear pulse. He pulsed it off. It's not a direct attack that can, it damaged Biolante. Yes, it did. Biolante, as Deathlum says. That's what G-Force calls it in Monarch. Ugh. But they also said, what I'm getting from Data right now is, as Hawks is looking at his device that he has, this current EMP has a 70 reach radius. They can pretty much knock down everything around it, burning it, damaging it, or potentially killing something. But it doesn't have the power as that heat ray breath thing. Definitely. Clearly, definitely does not have the power of that heat ray thing. So, who do you think is gonna win? I'm gonna hope for Gojira, as Kamui simply says. I'd rather have this one, benevolent one, win than the other one. We know what it does. We have evidence on it to what it does. It's not outwardly going after monsters, going after cities, Not yet. Deatharm simply says. Being tilted to Biolante to be slapped away. Biolante proceeded to roar in anger. The next thing you knew, it was being grabbed. Is being picked up and thrown. Splashing into the water below as Gojira proceeded to roar as he proceeded to make his way forward. Whoa. Isn't that like over 100 metric tons? Yep. And it picked it up like it was nothing. It looked like it had a bit of struggle, you know. Before Gojira can get anywhere close, the vines came back at him, wrapping itself around his neck, arms, and legs, struggling to proceed to remove these pests. Once again, the door puts on this backward glow. The small wet ones going brightly along. The larger ones popping out. And the bottom was glow brightly blue. Boom! The pulse came back, destroying and vaporizing the vines around it. Violence would proceed to roar out in agony. Then the doors would proceed to glow yet again, popping up as the smaller ones proceed to glow. As proceeding to open his mouth, head back, as a hum of radiation in front of its mouth would glow brightly as air sucking up air, as the ball would grow larger in his throat, closing his mouth and firing. Once it's hit by Lante and started to push the creature back, pushing it back, setting further, and then exploding. They proceeded to watch as a shockwave from below, wondering if, it was dead. Did it die? No, it's not dead yet. Violently proceeded to roar as proceeding the surprisingly being fast for its size, grabbing and close and opening his mouth yet again, can turn eat Gojira. Gojira proceeding to quickly react towards Violent's attack, grabbing its head, his jaws, as proceeding to struggle, keep trying to make sure it doesn't chomp on its upper body. It proceeded to glow yet again as his dorsal plate would glow, popping out. As ready to fire, before it could fire, Violante would glow slightly, as then some sort of acidic acid came out, pouring on his face as proceeded to make Gojira cry out in pain, stumbling back as grabbing at his eyes. Ah, fuck, as he would scream. That hurts like a bitch. Proceeding to charge into Gojira, slamming and sending it toppling over. Well, that's new. This looks pretty acidic to me. Yep. Before they would watch this fight would continue to go on, Mount Lee would finally arrive. Well, I'm here, and seeing the two fight monsters continue to clash, I'm not fighting that. You have to, as Conway was. I'm not fighting that thing. That's large. Endeavor would finally arrive. Being the only hero that was close enough. What's the status? What's going on? As number 2 hero, so to say, with a scowl. Two monsters fighting, battling out. Large beast. The plant one's winning. We currently see it as a really big problem. So, this is our best chance to kill them both. Why aren't you not fighting? Because we were told to hold back. Hold back, Endeavor says. That's the order. Endeavor's up a scowl. I'm going in to fight. This is when Kamui Wood simply says, I would say not to. It would be best if you just stay here and wait for the orders. And those orders came from what? G-Force. Endeavor scowled, knowing that G-Force had more power than him. Even though being a number 2 hero, he doesn't have any power over G-Force. But if he became number 1, well, yeah, he would. But he's number 2. Endeavor scowled, finding this annoying and irritating. How him, the number 2 hero, is supposed to way by and let these two damn creatures continue to battle? He simply watches, waiting for G-Force to give the order. Violence proceeds to try to open to consume Godzilla once more. Proceeding before he can get close, Godzilla uses his legs. Izuku using his legs as proceeding the kangaroo kick by Alante. As getting up, as proceeding to roar. Biollante proceeded to glow once more, along with Izuku. Izuku's spine is popping out, as his octopus would glow, along with the smaller ones glowing brightly, as releasing his heat ray along with Biollante. The two would clash as they proceeded to battle over one side, Biollante waiting for a moment, then Gojira. Then boom, explosion. Two would push back as Biollante would be damaged, along with Izuku. But Biollante had the most damage Izuku would rapidly regenerate. Quickly, as charging up his tonic breath to his max. Just kill it. Just kill it. Just die. As firing out, as blasting it, seeing constantly. 1 ray, 2, 3. The explosions started to get larger and larger. The shockwaves getting more devastating, as the heroes had to go back and pull back, along with G-Force and Monarch. Is it just me, or Gojira's just spamming his attack? But you don't say, as Engineer simply says, hurry up, we need to get out of here. He's firing another powerful one. As proceeding to take a large amount of air, as ionizing the radiation within his body, firing the most powerful ray yet, opening contact with Biolante's core, blowing her up from the very inside out. This would be as big as, whoa, a medium-sized a decent strong enough nuclear bomb. It's shocking, getting same tidal waves on the shores. Holy shit. Izuku proceeded to look at his handiwork, seeing Biollante, whoa. She proceeded to roar out, being burned alive. You'll pay for this. As she proceeded to scream out in pain. I'll come back. I'll come back. You'll regret this day. Once she was dead, after being burnt alive, and she was dead. Some sort of starry particles were proceeding to flow into the air. Izuku's opened those sort of starry particles as if the radiation would leak into his body, allowing him to recharge fully. Izuku panting as proceeding to look at his handiwork. Thank God. She's dead. Proceeding to roar out, finding it finally dead. Turning around and seeing the heroes. Monarch proceeded to quickly make their way to capture him as Izuku scowled. Dead again, they're trying to capture me. I have no time for this. He proceeded to simply start to make his way, taking steps forward. They were slow and woozy. Once he got to the deeper parts of the water, he proceeded to submerge himself disappearing under the waves of the water. Disappearing and vanishing. Monarch proceeded to follow along with G-Force, hoping to capture it. Is it just me, or he looked like he had some sort of sarcastic look in his eyes for a moment. The smarter beast than before, Endeavor says. Much smarter. This is when Mount Lady says, well, our work's done, so I'm gonna leave. Hold on, as Endeavor simply says. Why did you not go after him? We had enough time. Did you just see that whole fight? I know I arrived late, but when I saw him use that EMP thing, it was pretty obvious he had a way to get me off. So, I don't think that's a really good idea. I think you're just a coward, as Endeavor simply scowled. It's not being a coward, it's knowing when to fight and when to run. You might not know that, but I do. Oh, okay, let's not fight, as Hawk simply says. The threat's neutralized. Kind of, but everything's okay. This is when Miracle finally arrives. Where is it? Where are the Titans? I'm here to rumble. You're a bit late, Rumi, as Hawk simply says. What? She proceeded to wonder. It's already over? God damn, I wanted to see a good monster battle. It was pretty good, as Death Arm simply says. Shame you missed out. A good battle happened. Maybe next time you'll learn to leave earlier. But there's this one guy I was beating the crap out of. He was really good, but I had to wrap it up quickly, even though I wanted to continue pummeling him. But I rushed here as fast as I can. Not fast enough, Endeavor simply says. Well, come on. And she proceeded to follow Hawks as they proceeded to leave. Simply as within Monarch, our headquarters, they proceeded to watch the video. Got away again. Gojira is smarter. So much smarter. Sir is always proceeded to simply say, we can't underestimate him. He is a benevolent force. Benevolent force of nature. I don't know about that one. He seems to just do whatever he wants. Yeah. I don't know about that. You just have to trust him. Trust a kaiju. I don't trust him with my life. They proceeded to simply sigh, wondering if this was even worth it. Why don't we just kill him? Because he brings balance. This is when a scientist, he just would pop in. Miss Rose, do you have the information? Yes. He seems to be just vanished somewhere between North America along the south of England. So he just vanishes there. And that's what that's what a lot of it's saying, but I think he's somewhere further. How did he even get across the world that quickly? It's only been 2 hours. Do you think he took those tunnels? The Hollow Earth tunnels? As Sir Zalos says. Probably. Gosh darn it. I thought we were gonna have a better time. I just want to relax, dude. As one soldier simply says. This is pointless. This is what another scientist say. Colin. Yes? The radiation charts around. As Sir also asked. The charts are saying massive amounts of radiation, so it needs to be quarantined. Alright, do just that. Sir, I don't know about this. As Dai simply says, this seems to be more out of hand. You know, maybe we can, stop him. He's needed. Nature has ways for balance. He's not balanced. He caused destruction in cities. He comes out and about destroying buildings. He destroyed it. He caused havoc in London recently. So he destroyed the city. Destroyed a good chunk of London. I don't know, sir. That was on accident when he was fighting the other monster. Yes, but still, he arrived first, then the monster came. Still just went out and destroyed. He has a point, as Rose simply says. He's out of control. You have to give him a chance, as Sir Zalos simply says. I say we just kill him. You can't always kill everything. Some things need to live for nature to take its course. And this is nature taking its course. Bringing balance back to the world. Allow him to fight. He's head over heels with that stupid lizard. You don't say, as one says. Miss Rose, So what do we do now if Dr. Sarazawa's, we just listen to the doctor and hope that we're not making a mistake. Ha. Yeah. Okay. Brody, Let's make a vote here. All hands to say that, Dr. Zawa's gone crazy. A lot of the people in the room would raise their hands. Yeah. You're gonna say that again? Rose proceeded to sigh, whatever. As she proceeded to leave Venice. I'm telling you, he's gone lizard crazy. You say that again, with a new way. As you proceeded to watch the video as seeing this, and this just happened a few hours after you guys was infiltrated. All my super says, well, I didn't need to go, didn't need to fight. Where that creature that they had beside Biolante, it was killed by Gojira. But the young man doesn't know what he's doing, all my super says. I think he does, in a way. I have an idea. He seemingly wants to bring balance. That's what Monarch's saying. He's bringing balance to the kaijus, putting them in line. Those who obey are spared. Those who do not, well, as we've shown a couple deceased kaijus, like a couple mutants, along with Biolante, and a couple others, are dead. Like this one. Yes, he's dead. Biolante's dead. They say that Biolante, that do some research, had the chance to come back. Okay. So there's more, quote unquote. What do we do? Omai simply says, we can just hope. This is when Aizawa simply says, hope is not enough. We need skill. It's might as well trying to face the facts that we can't control it. Just leave him alone. You know I'm not okay by having a problem child out there running about, using their powers to try to bring balance to the world. It's pointless trying to fight this one. All my super says, our only shot of this is just to pray that something snaps him out. Midnight simply says, you can say that, but a lot of evidence says he's otherwise just doing this on his own. Or something else pushing him. This is one person Michael simply says, you sure that there's not an outside force that's causing this? No. It's saying it's his own free will. So the kid's just going out and fighting monsters, just kicking ass. Well, hey, at least we have the kaiju on our side. Is he on our side, though? As Aizawa simply says, he's a rogue. He's not a kid anymore, not a human being. Izuku Midori is now a kaiju. In the end of the day, there's nothing we can do. And what do we tell his mother? We can't say anything. Saying as also says, so we'll just think about his mother. That's will be dealt with. Yeah, dealt with. As also says. We just need to hope and pray. And let's hope this, we're going to do this for the kaiju class. You're teaching. Yes, I am. And I know. They simply proceed to nod as both heading out. The next few weeks was pretty quiet for kaijus. There's come a couple of mutant attacks, nothing that heroes can't handle. Though, as peace was going on, the sports festival happened without a hitch. Went well. But the interns were something a bit different. Hosu was attacked by Nomus. They got a good look at him. Tenya Ida, well, Ingenium was put out of service, and Tenya Ida is deceased. Not something glamorous in Yuei's book record, but it's not. It's known that taking a job of a hero is difficult. So there are going to be some kids that are going to die. But it's a shame that it was one of the Ingeniums. Bakugo proceeded to take a class. It was, the class for kaiju. They're doing class over the mutants, the categories. Everyone was going through the categories as simply going off to rank each of the kaijus. Using everyone to proceed. As they all proceed to rank them. This is when a question was asked by Kaminari. I have a question. So if all these monsters are ranked in a certain rank, don't the mutants have a chance to be ranked higher? Well, mutants only have a certain level of abilities that can get them up. Some mutants rank up to C level kaijus, but they stay as mutants in the end. Oh. This is when Kirishima says, I have a question. If majority of our attacks are from mutants and kaijus, what about the bijus, titans, and higher level kaijus? Those are all contained, as also says. And what about Gojira? As Kanar simply asked yet again. Gojira is a special case. There hasn't been any ways of containing him. So he's just a muck, Yara simply says. You can say that he is a muck. This is when President Mike simply says, don't worry, he's going to eventually be contained. Bakugo simply says, just give up. At this rate, he can't even catch the goddamn lizard. First of all, he pops in when it's actually needed. If the situation calls for him to be there, he'll be there. The only problem is he doesn't pop up for lower ranked mutants. You should notice that. It's a clear way that there's a clear pattern to why he even pops up in the first place. Lower ranked mutants he'll deal with on his own. He's not popping out as he used to be for all mutants. He lets the heroes deal with that crap. He's gotten smarter. It's the mutants that have the potential to become a kaiju, a biju, that actually is dealing with a problem. Like Amanda, that was dealt with, Bakugo says. Or another one. King Caesar, a biju that became a kaiju. She was a high C class. Or a prime example in Gearus. He only popped up to those because they were actual threats. And as you guys say it, in a way he's following like some sort of pattern. You don't see it because you don't want to see it. I can see it as clear as day, as Koski simply says. He's only popping in because something is not telling him to do it. He's doing it on his own fruition. It's like he's keeping that balance. Something he's doing is very hardest, so you should give up. We can't really give up, as President Mike says. You can't find where he's completely laying to rest and laying to rest. There's no way you're gonna catch him. And clearly on his own, he's capable of taking you guys out. He took out literally high level bijus and kaijus. Can't really try to fight him now. Yeah, Bakabro's right, because Kirishima simply says, it's kind of pointless. It's not pointless as Yara simply says. It's for the basic trust of the public. But the trust of the public, as Comrade simply says, people barely even know anything about the kaijus. They don't even know about Gojira. All I know is he's out there and, well, it's a current threat. Well, as this is when I was, there's no need to continue arguing about it. And cut it out. You're giving me a headache. Class settle down as there's up to bigger among each other. Zero simply asked, so will Godzilla be contained? They give you an answer. Sir, yes, he will be contained. But personally, to you guys, no, he might not be contained. His potential, he's growing stronger every day as time goes on. And at this rate, he's already running everyone. So, him being captured, sure, there's a very low chance, and it might be a bit too late now. Told you, as Koski said. He wouldn't lose like that. Not to use damn extras. Hopefully, let's continue on. As I would proceed to continue on, as the next thing that I was pondering was, well, status kaiju abilities. Izuku proceeded to recover after his fight with Biollante a couple months ago. He was feeling slightly better now. Slightly, not the best in mind. Yet again, as he proceeded to adjust to his new life now. And the more he mastered his powers, the more his body would change. He proceeded to open his eyes, and then felt it. He needed to get food. He was starting to get really hungry. He proceeded to swim up out of the ravine that he was in, and proceeded to make his way, and getting another style of dorsal plates on his body, more jagged like the 2014 design when he attacked San Francisco with the Mutos, along with the smaller ones from, well, the smaller weight dorsal plates from 2004. He was growing abilities from his past lives, one from a monster version from Final Wars. His body was processing his abilities, and, well, he was getting stronger as days went on. He proceeded to surface the water as proceeding to make his way towards Japan. There was a bridge, a place where you can get radiation without going through the city. He headed that way, but then stopped. He felt it was off. Immediately, he turned around on his way. He just went towards the direction. Then he arrived. After a few hours, he found Monarch and G-Force moving an egg. He started with a kaiju egg. This one minute fell off. He proceeded to make his presence known as, once they saw, shit, it's Godzilla. Crap, what do we do? Alright, we distract them. Fire. Fire everything now. As they proceed to fire all the weaponry right at him, proceeding to tank the attacks and swim. His target was the egg. That cannot hatch. It's supposed to stay the same. Rising as proceeding to lift its head as looking at the egg. He proceeded to roar as proceeded to look at the ship around him. Proceeded to move the ships without a care in the world. That wasn't his problem. He was after the egg. As he'll make his way towards the egg, a super axe would pop in. Izuku proceeded to look. Looking at it, wondering, what the hell is that? Wait a second. Memories flashed through his mind. That thing. Okay, if this does what I think it does, it's that goddamn reflecting thing. He proceeded to pop his dorsal plates within as they would glow brightly. And the newer, darker, jagged ones proceeded to have a humming sound. As he proceeded to fire as his humming breath was more potent than before. It was like a beam, but whips of blue fire would emanate from it as in front of the super X, a chamber would open, taking the energy as reflecting it back. God damn it! As he proceeded to screech out as explosions happened, hitting him. And then he'll scowl. Yep, it's that goddamn stupid reflecting thing, alright. You proceeded to scowl at it. You know what? Get the shit out of here. Proceeded to lift up his tail. Longer and larger than before, he slapped it out the air, hitting it direct contact, sending it crashing on to one of the ships on board as simply scowled, turning his eyes upon the egg as he saw it hatch. Oh shit. As it hatched, it proceeded to look at him. As Zuko proceeded to look at the monster, Goji. Oh no. What are you doing here? The larva proceeded to Zuko says, I'm not Goji. Well, I am. It's confusing. Ugh, what are you? You don't remember who I am, do you? You're reincarnated. Your memories are not fully back yet, are they? Huh? Okay, you're freaking me out now. His chest was to glow brightly as the jagged ones proceeded to hum brightly as he proceeded to fire a weaker version, the misty one from the Monsterverse, as they would make contact. The larva proceeded to pop out quickly before, it could be destroyed as the larva. What the hell? Why are you attacking me? I don't know about you, but you're freaking me out. Firing a weaker version, as continued firing, the weaker variant of his heat ray as he would continue to follow, burning and increasing the water temperatures. As simply scowling. Why are you running? She proceeded to dive as Suzuki proceeded to dip his head under, looking around. Where did she go? As then he felt a prick on his tail. He proceeded to scream, fuck! Proceeded to bring his tail over as he, get off me! As Simon being down as proceeded to try to throw her off. Booger off! As proceeded to throw his tail forward, throwing her as she proceeded to crash through, smashing through one ship. Shit! She quickly proceeded to lift up from the waters as proceeding to carry the ship alongside, adjusting it and proceeding to use some sort of web to keep it contained and stay together. She simply scowled. You have to be more careful where you're throwing me. You're around. You don't want to hurt these innocent people. The Zuko Super Scout, I'm sorry. I didn't. He simply scowled us. Then something He felt something. Another one. What the hell? Excuse me, I gotta go. Go, Gino. Actually, you see the dip under us. She's swimming away. Shit. Badger, why you gotta hatch now? She proceeded to follow him quickly as... This is when one will say, Martha's awake. Martha is awake. She's hatched. A monarch agent would say, crap. I knew this was a pretty bad mistake. We're gonna cause a Titan war, aren't we? A Titan war, pretty much. Yep. That's what Solar to say. This is gonna be very hard on us. Extremely. Izuku proceeded to stomp on land. Once he finally stomped on land into the city, a certain part of Japan, he proceeded to look around. It was here. He knew it was here. Where was it? Pondering, stopping where it was. There. You. The larva, the black larva that looked more hideous than the other one. Oh, you're awake. As the more aggressive feminine voice simply says, why the hell are you around? You did have a good memory of who this one was. The other one, you got no clue. Snarled and proceeded to make his way forward. Alright, you want to fight then? Let's fight. As the two proceeded to cry out as proceeding to start their fight. Surprisingly, the other one was quite quick, but also strong. Proceeding to throw itself as slapping itself into Izuku. Izuku being surprised as proceeding to throw it to the side. The two would battle as they proceeded to cause damage around. Booger off, Izuku cried out as throwing it. Proceeding to charge his dorsal plates up. Dorsal plates as proceeding, the smaller ones proceeded to glow. Glow along with the jagged ones. Firing as blowing up buildings with small explosions and trying to follow it, but the larva proceeded to quickly move around. Izuku scowled as proceeding to use his full heat ray. As once he used his full heat ray, he proceeded to blast it where it was going, made dead contact. As the explosion would rock, his mushroom cloud entered the sky. He proceeded to look over the dead. Then he saw in a purple light and lightning. It was a butter-like moth. Oh, fuck. He simply snarled and roared. Then it proceeded to fly at him, grabbing his face and proceeding to pull him. Hey, booger off! Get off me, you stupid fucking moth! As proceeding to be thrown into the building. Ah, fuck! Snarling as smashing through is collapsing under. As the building proceeded to fall on top of him. You bitch! He seemingly scowled, then proceeded to get up slowly. I'm gonna freaking... He got up slowly as he seemed to snarl. I'm gonna kill you. Ooh, once I get my hands on you. Before he, as two would continue the fight, Monarch Chief refers to proceed to see the fight as clashing. Saying, well, this is handy. What? As one source says, look at them, they're fighting each other. Assuming Godzilla's doing more damage to the city than, well, the other Batra. Yeah, duh. He seems out going after this one, like he has some sort of vendetta against it. Probably kicked his ass. It probably kicked his ass before. Or maybe he offended him. Probably. Missing it yet again as destroying another building. Cutting through is blowing it up in a mushroom cloud. Izuku scowled. More people are dying. Because this stupid one won't stop moving. Stop moving, as he's cried out. As proceeding to charge yet again. Before he can do that, being slapped to a building by webbing. Being as Priscilla snarl, as Priscilla throw, seeing the tear himself off, as snarling, looking toward who did it, as seemingly having memories flash through his mind, as Mothra, Zeus says. So you finally remember, as she seemingly landed right in front of him. Don't bother getting in my way. You need to stop. No. Goji, I'm not gonna ask you again. He proceeded to sip his scowl. I'm gonna kill that little bitch. She'll come back later, revive as usual, but she'll be dead for another century. But don't worry. She'll be fine. As he snarled as proceeding to scowl. I'm gonna kill you, you little shit. You're so arrogant. Clearly. So you were really treated well in your new reincarnation life, were you? He proceeded to continue to fight Batra as proceeded to throw Batra as Mothra proceeded to deal with him, using her fairy dust to, well, bother him. This was very easily done. Then using her heavily raised to stun him, she proceeded to go to her sister as she proceeded to land. Batra, I need you to listen to me. No, not again. Last time I did that, I died. And you might die still. Through this, I need you to stop trying to fight him. He called me a bitch. Well, last time you kind of... I know. That reminded me. She proceeded to look around as... The two proceeded to look as... Izuku's proceeded to hold his eyes as... Slowly shake his head. I better not die. You probably won't. Never mind. The two proceeded to fly as taken to the skies. As the two start to combo along with Izuku. Izuku scowling and saying, "Oh, not again. Screw this." Proceeding to glow just to place this shooting the two back from him, snarling as the two would continue the three-week monster to brawl. Once they got him, Mothra proceeded to use her stinger, stabbing him as proceed. Sorry, Goji, but you need to calm down. Shut the fuck up. As he proceeded to go as going unconscious, collapsing, seeing as Izuku proceeded to fall unconscious. The two would pick him up, taking him back to the ocean. Batra proceeded to simply look as he's dead. He's knocked out, right? Yeah. I don't know why we just can't just kill him now. We're not killing him. I think it would be better. No, it won't. The two would fly over the ocean. As they're about to drop him, Izuku woke up, biting Batra's throat and ripping it open. God fucking damn it. Not again. Blood started to leak through her throat as Izuku, you got little shit, I got you now. Mothra proceeded to drop them both as once they dropped into the water, she proceeded to do once more, even though it's not going to hold him for very long, sealing him in that area of the ocean. And then, once it was done, she proceeded to fly away. God damn it, Koji. Izuku's observing the radiation from Batra as, seemingly once that was done, he proceeded to scowl. Yet again, sealed. Oh, God fucking damn it. Well, I guess I can rest. He proceeded to lay down, closing his eyes. Well, what a bitch.